With another Silverstone win added to his record-breaking tally, Lewis Hamilton has finally answered the question we've all been asking. Does he regret his choice to move to Ferrari? The 7-time world champion tells all and more in today's video, so don't go anywhere. Lewis Hamilton has shared his goal for Mercedes, addressing whether he has any regrets about moving to Ferrari after his stunning win at the British Grand Prix. The 7-time Formula One world champion was back in top form at Silverstone, delivering an almost flawless performance to secure his first victory since December 2021. Hamilton demonstrated his skill in challenging conditions, crossing the finish line ahead of reigning world champion Max Verstappen and McLaren's Lando Norris. The post-race atmosphere was emotional as the 39-year-old thanked his Mercedes team in what was his final appearance for the Brackley-based outfit at his home circuit. Hamilton is set to begin a new chapter with Ferrari in 2025, bringing an end to his highly successful tenure with the Silver Arrows. Hamilton's victory came just a week after his teammate George Russell claimed the top spot in Austria, with both drivers delivering strong performances in Canada and Barcelona before the thrilling race at the Red Bull Ring. It appears that Mercedes has turned a corner. Ferrari, on the other hand, seems to be struggling. Charles Leclerc has failed to score points in 2 of the 4 races since his impressive win at the Monaco GP. While his teammate Carlos Sainz has performed better, he has still found himself trailing behind McLaren's duo, Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, in recent weekends. As Hamilton gears up to replace the Spaniard early next season, questions have arisen about whether the 104-time race winner regrets his decision to join a team currently struggling to meet expectations. Speaking to The Telegraph, Hamilton confirmed that his only regret about the switch would have been if he hadn't finished his time at Mercedes on a high. He was responding to a question about whether his latest victory felt bittersweet, going on to say, "No, I think when we started the season and we had a car where we weren't anywhere near Red Bull or anywhere near looking like we would ever get a win through the year, that for me felt like it would be kind of bittersweet at the end of the season. The fact we've really all come together and everyone's done such a great job to get the car into a place where we're feeling much more comfortable. I'm not leaving on a low, but leaving on a high, which has been our goal." His lack of regret might be because his decision to leave wasn't driven by a disappointing car, but by a disappointing teammate. Lewis Hamilton didn't really want George Russell as his Mercedes teammate when he signed on in 2022, according to F1 insider Peter Windsor. Russell replaced Valtteri Bottas, whom Hamilton had previously praised as his best teammate, after Bottas moved to Alfa Romeo. Despite the excitement it generated among British racing fans, Hamilton reportedly wasn't thrilled about the change. Russell edged out Hamilton in their first season together before Hamilton turned the tables in 2023. This season, the 7-time world champion has frequently found himself trailing behind Russell, but has closed the gap to just a single point after his triumphant return to the top of the podium at Silverstone. Former F1 team boss Peter Windsor believes Hamilton's victory at the British Grand Prix will be especially meaningful considering the tumultuous past few years, including Russell joining the team. Reflecting on Hamilton's win on his YouTube channel, Windsor said, "I think this race will be remembered because it was 2.5 years since Abu Dhabi 2021. Since everything that happened on that day when that 8th World Championship was snatched from Lewis effectively on the last lap due to a mistake made by the race director. And it's about everything that's happened in Lewis's life since then. A teammate that he didn't really want, George Russell, instead of Valtteri Bottas, and then, perhaps even more significantly, a very uncompetitive Mercedes. Following Hamilton's move to Ferrari and Russell's growing prominence, rumours of tension between the two Mercedes teammates began circulating, amplified by Hamilton's curious remark about the likelihood of outqualifying Russell for the rest of the season. This sparked suggestions of potential favouritism towards his younger teammate. Russell, however, maintained that they both receive equal treatment within the team. Speaking after his impressive victory, Hamilton said, "Since 2021, every day I'm getting up and fighting to train to put my mind to the task and work as hard as I can with this amazing team. This is my last race here at the British Grand Prix with this team. I wanted to win this so much for them because I love them and appreciate them so much. All the hard work they put in over these years. I'm forever grateful to everyone at Mercedes and all our partners, and to all our incredible fans. I could see you lap by lap. There's no greater feeling to finish at the front here." Looking back on his storied journey back to the top, he said, "There have definitely been days between 2021 and here where I didn't feel like I was good enough, or I was going to get back to where I am today. But the important thing is I had great people around me, continuing to support me. My team, every time I turned up and saw them putting in the effort that really encouraged me to do the same thing. Otherwise, my fans, when I see them around the world, they have been so supportive. So a big, big thank you to everybody. The ongoing strategic manoeuvring between Toto Wolff and Max Verstappen persists. While Lewis Hamilton basks in the glory of his record-breaking British GP win, Wolff remains focused on securing Verstappen for the seat Hamilton will leave vacant in 2025. The sudden surge in the W15's performance at Silverstone, where Red Bull faced challenges, has bolstered Wolff's case for enticing the three-time champion. His approach, including playful jabs at Red Bull, adds a humorous twist to the situation. Right before the Austrian Grand Prix, he was sweet-talking the Dutchman during his sit-down with the media. Toto said, "We'll see if the W15 will be a car that can convince Max. It's Max who wins the races and not Red Bull." 1 week later, as the British GP approached, the Mercedes boss himself dismissed the possibility of Verstappen joining them in 2025. He argued that it would be illogical for the reigning champion to leave Red Bull's championship-winning car. However, Wolff did highlight Mercedes' quite attractive prospects for the 2026 title, suggesting that Verstappen could consider joining them then. But with Mercedes securing a front-row lockout in qualifying and Lewis Hamilton clinching victory at Silverstone, the 2025 option has already gained considerable appeal. In contrast, Red Bull's Sergio Perez struggled, finishing in P17 after being lapped twice. While Verstappen continued his podium streak, the performance of his RB20 was not as dominant as before. Wolff capitalised on this opportunity, while Mercedes' momentum was strong, saying, "Max now sees how Mercedes is doing. But I don't know what he thought. He's seen the back of the Mercedes now, and maybe he thought about Mercedes for about 20 laps." This weekend proved to be a revelation not only for Mercedes' prospects in 2025, but also for their long-term future. Their F2 prodigy, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, also secured victory in the F2 British GP sprint race. Could these successes influence how drivers, particularly Max Verstappen, perceive Mercedes' potential in the championship? After Lewis Hamilton's exit announcement, top drivers showed little interest in replacing him in 2025. At Silverstone, Toto Wolff surprisingly revealed that he had pursued Fernando Alonso, but the two-time champion wasn't even open to a discussion. Suddenly, Wolff's choice of Kimi Antonelli became his best remaining option. While Mercedes' recent consecutive victories might shift drivers' perceptions, the Austrian is keeping a realistic mindset. "I've always said we need a car that goes quick. When we have a car that goes quick, we get interesting for many drivers. But in a way, I think we need to stay calm and continue the season and continue to focus on the car and then look at whether the options are still the same. But it's not like, changing everything upside down." In light of the Silver Arrow's recent success, Zak Brown can't help but take some of the credit. Most F1 fans recognise him as McLaren's CEO, but the American has been immersed in racing and Formula One since the 1990s. As a former racing driver who transitioned into a successful businessman, he has played a crucial role in assisting multiple teams with their marketing and sponsorship strategies over the years. Recently, he disclosed that one of these instances involved working closely with Mercedes. In a Tom Hartley Jr. YouTube video, Brown said, "There's still some sponsors on Toto Wolff's Mercedes that I did. But every time I see that logo, it's like, I need to take that back." Mercedes might feel a bit disappointed that they couldn't achieve a hat-trick of victories over the 3 consecutive weekends of the triple-header. But Formula One's next stop is Hungary from the 19th to 21st of July, where Hamilton stands once again as the track's most successful driver with 8 victories. So, can Lewis Hamilton make himself the winningest driver on a single track twice over? Or has he used up all his luck at Silverstone? Tell us what you think in the comments section down below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks for watching.